want to tell you about a patient I saw. She was 43, came in complaining of a headache. That's it, just a headache. We checked her blood pressure, 220 over 140. For context, anything above 180 over 120 is what we call a hypertensive emergency. Her body had been under that kind of pressure quietly for years. No symptoms, nothing, just going about her life. By the time she got to me, she had already had a small stroke. She just didn't know it yet. High blood pressure doesn't announce itself. It just walks, quietly destroying things until one day it can't anymore. Today I want to show you exactly what it's been doing inside your body, because I promise you, it is not what you think. Okay, so what even is blood pressure? When your heart beats, it squeezes. That squeeze pushes blood out into your arteries. The pressure that creates is your systolic reading, the top number. Then your heart relaxes, fills up again. The pressure during that rest, that's diastolic, the bottom number, 120 over 80. That's where you want to be. But here's the thing nobody tells you in a normal checkup. The damage doesn't wait for 140. It's already starting at 130, at 125. Every point above normal is your body under more strain than it should be. It's like, imagine you're carrying a bag that's slightly too heavy. Not painful, not obvious. But every single day, your shoulders are working harder than they should. Your posture is shifting. Things are quietly going wrong. Now imagine carrying that bag for 10 years. That's your heart, your arteries, your kidneys, your brain. All of them working harder than they should. Every single day. Let's start with your arteries, because this is where everything begins. Healthy arteries are soft, elastic, flexible. They can stretch and spring back with every heartbeat. But when the pressure inside them is too high, for too long, the walls start to fight back. They thicken, they stiffen, they lose that elasticity. And a stiff artery is a dangerous artery, because now you have this rough, rigid surface, and cholesterol circulating in your blood starts to stick to it, builds up layer by layer, like rust inside a pipe. The channel gets narrower. The pressure has to increase just to push blood through, which damages the walls more, which attracts more cholesterol. You see the problem? And then one day, one of those cholesterol deposits breaks off. Your body panics, sends clotting factors to seal it, and that clot blocks the artery. In your heart, heart attack. In your brain, stroke. In your legs, you can lose a limb. All of this from a number that you probably haven't checked in months. Now, your heart. Every beat, your heart is pushing against that pressure. It has no choice. It has to push harder just to do its job. And what happens to a muscle that works too hard for too long? It grows, gets bigger. At first, that sounds fine. Stronger is better, right? No, not here. A thicker heart wall is actually a stiffer heart wall. It doesn't fill properly. It doesn't pump properly. And it needs more blood to function. But it's surrounded by narrowing arteries that are delivering less. So it compensates. And compensates. And compensates. Until one day, it can't anymore. The heart starts to fail. Blood backs up into the lungs. Fluid accumulates. And suddenly, a person who seemed completely fine can't walk from the bedroom to the bathroom without stopping to catch their breath. I've seen this more times than I'd like. Your brain. The blood vessels feeding your brain are incredibly thin, delicate. They are not built to handle sustained high pressure. Over time, the pressure weakens the vessel walls. They start to bulge like a balloon with a weak spot. We call these aneurysms, and they can rupture. When they do, blood floods into the brain. That's a hemorrhagic stroke. One of the most catastrophic things I deal with in emergency medicine. But here's what most people don't know. Even without a dramatic rupture, high blood pressure causes tiny little strokes. So small you don't feel them. You go to sleep fine, wake up fine. But the damage is accumulating. Slowly, your memory gets a little worse. You are a little slower. Things that were easy become harder. People around you notice before you do. We call it vascular dementia, and it's almost entirely preventable. Almost. One of the things I find most extraordinary about high blood pressure, and I say this as someone who works in emergency medicine, is what it does to your eyes. The retina at the back of your eye is one of the only places in the entire body where we can actually look directly at blood vessels. Without surgery, without a scan, just a light and a lens. And in someone with severe uncontrolled hypertension, what I see when I look in there, vessels that have narrowed down to almost nothing, tiny hemorrhages, the optic nerve swelling under the pressure. High blood pressure can make you go blind, suddenly, permanently. No warning, no pain. One moment you can see, and then you can't. Okay, I've spent this whole video telling you what blood pressure is destroying. Let me tell you what you can actually do. First thing, know your number. Go and get it checked. Today if possible. You cannot manage something you're not measuring. Second, if you're already on medication, please take it every day. I see patients who stop because they feel fine. That's not how this works. You feel fine because the medication is working. Third, salt. Salt makes your kidneys retain fluid. More fluid in your blood vessels means higher pressure. It's that simple. Cut back on processed food. Cook more food at home. Fourth, move. 30 minutes of walking, 5 days a week, that alone can drop your blood pressure by 5 to 8 points. Some medications don't even do that. Fifth, sleep. Stress. Chronic stress and poor sleep keep your cortisol high, which keeps your blood pressure high. It's a cycle and you have to break it somewhere. These things work. I've seen them work, not as a replacement for medication, but alongside it. That patient I told you about at the beginning, she recovered, partially. She has some residual weakness on her left side. She is on 4 medications now. She told me if she'd known, if someone had just told her what was happening inside her body, she would have taken it seriously sooner. That's why I made this video. Not to scare you, but because knowing things, really knowing them, changes behavior in a way that statistics never do. Go check your blood pressure. Tell someone you love to check theirs. This is The Body Explained. I am Dr. Riddhi Patel. Subscribe if this helped you understand your body a little better. I'll see you in the next one.